In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to add a row number to your query in Microsoft Access. By the end, you'll have a clean, sequential row number showing right inside your query results without using VBA or macros. Start by opening Microsoft Access and loading the database you're working with. Then open the query where you want the row numbers to appear and switch it to Design View. Design View is where we can add a calculated field that will generate a running number for each record. In the first empty field cell in the grid at the bottom, we're going to create that calculated field. Click into a blank column and type this expression exactly as you hear it. Row ID, decount ID, your table name ID, and ID. This creates a new field named row ID and uses the decount function to count how many records meet a certain condition. Here's what it's doing behind the scenes. Decount counts records in a table. The first part, ID, tells Access which field to count. The second part, your table name, tells it which table to look in. The last part, ID and ID, is the criteria. It counts all records where the ID is less than or equal to the current record's ID. That cumulative count becomes your row number. Next, replace ID with the actual name of your table's primary key or another field that uniquely identifies each record, such as order ID or customer ID. Using a unique field ensures the numbering is stable and doesn't repeat unexpectedly. If the field name has spaces or special characters, keep the square brackets. Then replace your table name with the exact name of the table that the query is pulling from. Again, if the name contains spaces or symbols, leave it inside square brackets so Access reads it correctly. Spelling and brackets matter here, so double check both. Now run the query. You'll see a new column called row ID that displays sequential numbers. The numbering follows the order of the ID field you used in the expression. If your query is sorted by that same field in ascending order, the row numbers will increase neatly from top to bottom. If you see anything unexpected, confirm that you used a unique identifier and that the query's sort matches the field used in the decount criteria. That's it. You've added a dynamic row number to your query results using a single calculated field, making it easier to reference, export, or review records in a clear sequence.